I don't even know why I try anymore. I don't even know. I don't even know why I try anymore. Is it all worth it? Beneath the surface, is it all worth it? Lost at sea, we're out of time. Nothing's for certain, but I get nervous. When I'm alone, I feel alright.
Nath Gaming loves the drums, man. He's a drum guy. I am not a SmackDown guy, man. This show sucks. I'm sorry. Outside of a couple of things, man, this show is absolutely boring. If there was one show during the week I would gladly miss, it's Friday night. And typically when I do miss it, something big happens. Not much happened on SmackDown tonight, man. Cody goes through another table. Beat up again by the Bloodline. My God, I can't wait for Roman Reigns to get back. He keeps dropping hints about Randy Orton being his brother, though. Plant them seeds, bro. Plant them. Kevin Owens is back. Kevin Owens, Jacob Fatu. Where we going with that one, man? If it's at SummerSlam, sign me up. LA Knight, he gets his United States Championship match at SummerSlam. And Tiffany Stratton has her Money in the Bank briefcase destroyed by Bayley. Riveting television, man. Riveting, I tell you. Anyway, we're going to the beer garden. We're gonna have a couple of cold ones because there's nothing else to do on a Friday night. And when I get there, I want to know, what the fuck are you guys drinking? I'll see you over there.
Why has Triple H been so successful? Why is Triple H running WWE better than Vince McMahon and Bruce Pritchard on Monday and Friday night? Long-term booking.
Thank you so very much for joining me on Off the Script. This is your Friday Night SmackDown post show for July 19th, 2024. I am your host, JD from New York. As always, coming to you live from the OTS Beer Garden. Thank you guys so very much for joining me on your Friday evenings, wherever you may be. SmackDown in the books, man. Another SmackDown down. 2 weeks to go before SummerSlam. I'm still awaiting the excitement on Friday night, heading into the biggest party of the summer. I feel like most of the excitement is happening on Monday Night Raw, And SmackDown is getting the bare minimum because they don't really have much going on over there outside Cody and Solo for the WWE Championship. And then obviously ushering in the return of Roman Reigns, which is widely being predicted to take place at SummerSlam in Cleveland. If you missed SmackDown tonight, WWE has been uploading highlights. If you missed SmackDown, you can get the whole full preview of SmackDown on WWE's YouTube channel tomorrow morning. They've been doing this the last several weeks. You don't even have to sit through the 2-hour show anymore, man. You could sit there, and WWE basically uploads 20 minutes, roughly, of all the important things that happened on SmackDown. And I think that's a great idea because who the fuck wants to sit through 2 hours of this mindless, boring garbage every single week? It's the same thing every single week. Not that all of it is bad. I just, we're a podcast. We are a live review show every week. I want something new to talk about, man. I want some new developments. I want my creative that we get on Friday night to keep me guessing. Just more of the same old garbage. Do something one week, barely get us to the next, and then they wait for everything to play out at SummerSlam. Or whatever pay-per-view's coming up next. That's the mindless formula that we're in right now. Seemingly feels that way every show, man. We go through these ups and downs, man. The ups are very good. The downs are very bad. I don't know how many more weeks I could sit here and watch Cody Rhodes and friends go through a fucking table every single week. It's like the announce table. It's like they got stock in announce tables. It's unbelievable. Every week, the announce table's broken. Every week, it's a different person going through the announce table. Every week, it's a fucking powerbomb through the goddamn fucking announce table. It's the most dangerous place to be, man. Everybody wants to make fun that the NXT parking lot is the most dangerous place in North America. I think WWE, wherever they hold SmackDown, is the most dangerous place in America with that fucking announce table outside. It's the same shit. It's literally the same shit. Yes, Raw is better. David, yes, in the chat. Raw has been better. Cody Rhodes. He goes through a table thanks to the Bloodline, Jacob Fatu and company. Riveting television, man, I tell you. Cody goes through a table after calling out and addressing what happened last week with Randy Orton. We'll go over the word-for-word promo that Cody Rhodes cut in the beginning of the show because he did indeed open the show. And by show's end, he wanted to battle Austin Theory and Grayson Waller, who apparently wanted to pick a fight with the WWE champion. Again, absolutely riveting television tonight. And he needed a tag team partner because he wanted to go at it 2-on-1. Nick Aldis said, no, that is not happening. Find yourself a tag team partner and get that main event that you so want. Kevin Owens walks in. He backs up Cody. They end up winning. And then they get put through a table with another post-match attack from the Bloodline. Solo Sikoa, Jacob Fatu and company. And the show goes off the air with Solo Sikoa once again raising the one in the air and Jacob Fatu anointing him as the tribal chief with the Ulafala. Great. I have a genuine question, though. I have a genuine concern. WWE is going to need to make Cody look dominant at SummerSlam. Otherwise, what are we doing? My genuine concern is, after all these weeks, Cody's been tied up, Cody's been beaten down, Cody's been put through a table, Randy Orton's been put through a table, Kevin Owens has been beaten up. Shout out to Kevin Owens, though, and his family. His mother is recuperating and recovering. That's a great thing to see, as he posted on social media. The good guys are getting slaughtered in this war with the Bloodline. Unless Cody wins clean at SummerSlam and beats Solo Sikoa, proving that he's not really man enough to be the tribal chief, I don't know what we're doing here, because my genuine concern is, no matter what the outcome is, no matter how they finagle the outcome, no matter how they book the outcome. One thing is absolutely for certain at SummerSlam, where Roman Reigns will return, because that's the only destination that it should happen. When Roman Reigns returns, Cody Rhodes is going to look like a very distant second place. And being second place as the WWE champion doesn't really look good on Cody Rhodes right now. Now, I know a lot of people are claiming that his world title run has been mid. It's been less than stellar. It's been unimpressive. I get it. I'm not going to argue with you people. I get it. I see it. I feel it. I know it. WWE has done Cody Rhodes no favors. The matches with AJ Styles were great, but it has been very much less than. But WWE keeps teasing and throwing these seeds around with Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton. Man, oh man, that RKO, when it hits Cody Rhodes, that shit needs to be absolutely nuclear. And I'm even going to worry about that when it happens because everybody loves Randy Orton. I mean, it's got to be the most devastating fucking betrayal of all time so that Randy Orton is on one side clearly and Cody is on the other, because you don't want a cool Viper in the midst of a Cody Rhodes feud when people are going to be wanting to cheer him over the WWE champion. Again, not a good look coming out of SummerSlam. So they got to carefully produce how that's going to be for Cody Rhodes as well. But is anybody else genuinely concerned about Cody Rhodes and him coming out of this feud with Solo only to be looking like second place when Roman Reigns comes back? I think we all are anticipating that anyway, because when Roman Reigns returns, that reaction for his return is going to be absolutely monstrous. Cody might not be able to do anything regarding that anyway. But that's the way I feel, man. That's the way I feel coming out of this thing. Unless he beats Solo clean and really proves a point, I don't know what we're doing here. I mean, Cody goes through these ups and downs, and right now, you know, I get that we need to keep the bloodline strong. This is why, you know, the booking in WWE sometimes is very hot and cold. Sometimes they got to carefully, you know, get us through week to week. They want to make Solo look strong. The reason why they're making Solo so strong is because nobody believes him to be a top contender for the WWE Championship. But at the same time, while they're doing that, they're making Cody look so fucking weak, and everybody knows Roman Reigns is going to come back. So when that happens, it's going to be double worse for Cody Rhodes. He's got to be beaten up by Solo Sikoa. He's got to be second fiddle to Roman Reigns. The guy can't fucking win. The guy can't win. Does anybody believe Cody Rhodes is struggling against the bloodline here? Does anybody believe Cody Rhodes is genuinely struggling here against the bloodline? Do you believe in Solo Sikoa? This is the same guy that battled The Rock and Roman Reigns during WrestleMania and overcame it. Now he's struggling with fucking Plan D in the bloodline? A fake tribal chief he's struggling with. I don't want to take anything away from Solo Sikoa. I think he's played his role as best as he could. I think he's actually getting a little bit better week by week in the role that he's been given. But I mean, let's be real. Are we genuinely to believe that Cody is struggling here against this bloodline? Maybe Jacob Fatu, but not Solo. I just don't get a sense that anybody genuinely thinks that this is a legit threat to Cody Rhodes. Now, I know they're trying to portray it that way, and they're trying, but I don't. I don't. Because we had that Roman Reigns carrot hanging above this entire storyline. Nobody believes in Solo. I'm sorry. Nobody believes in Solo. Nobody. You could do everything to disguise the lack of star power there, the lack of a championship contender. They put Jacob Fatu with this fucking guy. And I still don't believe he's a threat to Cody Rhodes. Jacob Fatu, I think, is a threat, but not Solo Sikoa. And that's just the vibe that I'm getting from this. I've been feeling this for weeks now, but I'm trying to look at the positive. I'm trying to look at how they're booking Cody. I'm trying to look at how they book Solo, and I'm trying to think and tie all this together. Is the end result of Roman Reigns coming back at SummerSlam? I know that's where they're going. I just can't get myself invested knowing that the end result is that predictable, and that is going to usher in the return of Roman. And then we're going to move on to Roman and Solo and the Bloodline taking shape. Bloodline against Bloodline, and then Cody hopefully is done with this shit because he's been planting seeds for a week that Randy Orton is his brother. He loves Randy Orton. Randy Orton's going to be backing Cody Rhodes no matter what, whether it's against the Bloodline or after the Bloodline. Sure thing, man. Plant those seeds. That WWE title feud with Randy Orton is absolutely going to need to slap the fucking blue off of SmackDown. It's going to have to be the one feud that carries this fucking show outside the Bloodline, because we know Roman Reigns is not going to be there every week. That's what we're waiting for. I feel like SummerSlam has been put together nicely. Is it lighting the world on fire as far as excitement goes? No. No, it's not. I would say, going out on a limb, you guys can clip it and quote me, I honestly think the All-In build so far has been better than SummerSlam's. And we are 6 weeks away from Wembley. We're 2.5 weeks away from SummerSlam. A lot of fans don't believe in Solo Sikoa, man, and it's really dragging the show down. And this is why I say I desperately can't wait for Roman Reigns to get back, because when he's back, then we're going to get that story, and then Cody and Randy are going to have their story. And we're going to have at least 2 top stories on SmackDown. We need solid stories, substantial stories to keep us interested week by week. Cody Rhodes going through a fucking table every week and then filling the rest of the show with women's matches that don't mean anything and women's feuds that don't mean anything and just a lack of a tag team division. The rest of the show is so fucking absent that no matter what they do in the main event with Cody, the rest of the show is that bad. And whatever Cody does can't save the rest of SmackDown. That's the state we're in on Friday night. I don't know how we got here, but SmackDown right now is not producing good television. They may have a good angle here, they may have a good segment there, but the totality of the show, it's the worst fucking show in your week. Every show that you watch in your pro wrestling week, starting from Monday, Raw's better, NXT is better, Dynamite's been better, SmackDown has been the worst fucking show all week, for weeks. We need something substantial, man. It's just rinse and repeat. Take the sponge, wring it out, and then wipe it clean again. Wet the sponge, wring it out, and it's the same shit every fucking week. Then I gotta come on here and fucking bitch and moan to you people, and then everybody thinks, oh, JD's back on AEW's payroll. No, the show sucks. The show is mind-numbingly boring. There's nothing for me to sit here and say, you know what, man, let's go into deep thought about why this happened on SmackDown, where it could go. The show offers you nothing in regards to that. Nothing. TNA has been better. TNA has been better than WWE SmackDown. They got a big fucking show coming up this weekend. Ridiculous, man. I can't wait for fucking Roman Reigns to get back. Even though he's not going to be there, man, the injection of life he's going to give this show is going to be immeasurable. Sucks being a content creator in the middle of the summer when we all know WWE is slightly on autopilot. I don't know what the fuck to talk about. I'm a guy that likes to talk. I'm a guy that likes to think and think things out, contemplate stories, There's no juicy topics coming off this show, man. It's all just fucking... It's like written by a 5-year-old. It's the vibe I get during the bad episodes of Dynamite, man. It's like, what am I wanting? They just throw shit on the show for the sake of filling 2 hours of television. That's all. It's tough, man. It's tough. It's tough out here. Summer's been up and down. It's been tough. I don't know. We're going to try and get through this show, man. LA Knight Logan Paul's official for SummerSlam. Bayley and Nia Jax continue their feud again. Absolutely just fucking exhilarating television. Tiffany Stratton gets her Money in the Bank briefcase destroyed. Cody Rhodes goes through a table. Carmelo Hayes and Andrade have a banger on tonight's show. It's probably the best thing on the entire show tonight. Outside that, zero. Absolutely nothing on this Friday night, man. Thank you guys so very much for joining me. We got some cool shit in the pipeline, man. We got a brand new intro coming. The Mustang is getting an update. If you guys are watching me on YouTube, everybody listening to me on Spotify and iTunes, you're probably asking yourself, I don't care about that. It'll do you a favor to check out the streams, man, because the visuals are top notch. The Mustang is getting updated, man. DV8 sent me basically the design that is right before the finished product, and it looks absolutely incredible. Dark Horse integration for the streams is coming soon, man. Can't wait to show you guys. It's going to be great. Follow me on social media at JD from NY206, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and Cameo. Hit that subscribe button down below. Turn on the bell for all notifications. Go and check out all the other live content on the channel, man. I can't even give you guys any extras during the week because there's no fucking news. There's not even any juicy gossip in the IWC anymore, man. I can't even sit here and give you fucking news anymore. Where is it? What's going on? Why is it so cold? Go check out all the other content on the channel. Monday, we were live for Raw. Video did great, man. The video's all nearing like 35,000 views. I mean, Monster and I doing great on Tuesdays. Episode 57 live, man. We went 3.5 hours. Go check that shit out. I love it. Everybody loves Tuesday Night Titans, man. We say the same thing every fucking week, man. Where's the juicy news? We try and make the best of it. You guys are loving it. Wednesday, I was live by myself. I got hate for loving a 5-star wrestling match. Imagine that. Nobody hates pro wrestling more than the fucking pro wrestling fans. It's ridiculous. Friday, we're live, obviously, for SmackDown, and then hopefully I could give you guys something this weekend. Otherwise, you won't see me till Monday. Hit that thumbs up. Let's try for 750 likes on tonight's stream. Would love to see that number get to 750 before we get out of here. Super chats are open. Get them on in. We'll hang out at the end of the show, man. I could really use your support, man. It's been a rough... honestly, real talk, it's been a rough month mentally. Very rough month mentally, man. Go get your t-shirts. We got a new shirt out, man. What the fuck are you guys drinking on bonfire.com? Go and get yours today, man. We sold a nice chunk of them in the first 2 weeks. Go and get yours today and support the podcast. First of its kindness, or likeness, I should say. Available on Bonfire. Link is down below in the description of this very video. Shout out to my guy Salrex. Always coming up with some unique shit. Still waiting on that TNT design, bro. Where are you? Go get yours today, man. Bonfire.com, the exclusive home of Off the Scripts. And tonight's show is sponsored by my great friends over at Blue Chew. BlueChew.com, code JD. You guys want to go 60 minutes like MJF and Will Ospreay, man? Blue Chew is the way to do it. BlueChew.com, code JD at checkout. All you got to do is pay the $5. Shipping and handling. Let's get into this SmackDown review, man. We are going to start at the top. And we are going to start with our guy, Cody Rhodes. Oh, man, Cody. Everybody loves Cody. I guess you guys don't like Cody, man. A lot of people claiming Cody's title reign is very mid. I would not argue with these people. Just ask Issa in the chat, my fellow NYC Demon Diva. She can't fucking stand Cody Rhodes, man. She's got a reason, though. She's got a reason. The guy stole her men's championship. Cody has been very mid. I have to agree. The title reign really isn't doing much for me right now. And like I said in the open of the podcast, the match with Solo Sikoa genuinely doesn't feel like a SummerSlam main event, no matter how hard they are trying to get Solo and the Bloodline over. I don't believe they're a threat to Cody Rhodes. And I'm worried about Roman Reigns coming back, stealing most of Cody's thunder, making him second fiddle. This is why the feud with Randy Orton is going to need to absolutely feed fucking families beyond anything that we can possibly conceive. Seriously. Cody Rhodes starts the show. He made his way to the ring. He's got a brand new t-shirt, but he's got new merchandise out. Oh, man. Don't buy Cody's t-shirt. Buy my t-shirt instead, okay? No suit this week. He's out there in his new t-shirt. Terrence Crawford, boxer Terrence Crawford, is out in the front row. They highlighted this immediately. The stars are out tonight, says Corey Graves, and apparently he is fighting next in Saudi Arabia. Cody entered the ring and soaked up a loud Cody chant. Everybody's chanting his name. He said, Orton was a friend and a mentor. So he starts off talking about Randy Orton. He picked me when he didn't have to. He kept me when others told him to discard me. I would not be standing here undisputed WWE champion without Randy Orton, says Cody Rhodes. So fans are chanting for Randy. He said Randy Orton had spinal fusion surgery and came back to wrestling, so he felt especially guilty last week watching Orton come to his aid only to be driven through a table by the Bloodline. Cody said family is not always blood. He said Randy Orton is his brother. Planting those seeds is Cody Rhodes, man. Cody Rhodes is the type of babyface that seemingly always gets himself into some deep shit, and then he's got to fight his way out of that deep shit. This is one of those instances where he's getting himself into deep shit because Randy Orton's reputation is that of a snake. They call him the Viper for a very specific reason, and you never trust a snake, ever. Randy Orton is waiting and waiting silently with an RKO that is going to break the hearts of the Cody crybabies. Everybody is anticipating it. It's going to happen. When and where, that is the only part we don't know. Randy Orton is his brother. You keep thinking that, brother. Randy Orton is not your brother. Randy Orton wants one thing and one thing only, and that is to be the WWE World Champion. Bad Blood seems like a great destination for that to happen, just saying. He then looked into the camera and said he wanted to address the man responsible, Solo Sikoa. He said he told Solo before WrestleMania 39, you are not ready. I do like that they actually called back to that because I do remember him saying that. He said he paid him back in kind by costing him the title he is holding now. He says now they are competing for this very title in the main event of SummerSlam. He said he will stand there still WWE champion. He was interrupted by Grayson Waller and Austin Theory. These guys were attacked last week by the Bloodline. They came out and they exclaimed that Jacob Fatu attacked them last week because of Cody Rhodes. He pointed at his cheek, did Austin Theory, saying that his cheek was bruised and swollen. Cody says that's because your own partner needs you in the face. That's not because of Jacob Fatu. Grayson Waller then chimed in and said, oh, so now you're pushing that narrative as well, huh? Waller said the reason Orton, his mentor, got hurt last week is because of Cody. Cody then attacked Waller. Theory and Waller started to beat up Cody and threw him out to ringside. And then Terrence Crawford, the boxer, professional boxer who's sitting at ringside, hands Cody Rhodes a steel chair, and Cody used it to fight back against Theory and Waller, which looked absolutely comical in the opening segment. Cody takes the steel chair and bashes the steel chair over Grayson Waller's back, and there's just this minor pause where Waller is just standing there, and he's looking back, waiting for Cody to smash him in the back with the chair, and he eventually does. All of a sudden, Austin Theory, he gets the chair, and he's holding the chair, and he's standing there with the fucking chair, and Cody jumps off the second rope with a disaster kick right to the face. Austin Theory had at least 5 to 6 seconds to get out of harm's way and get out of the ring from an oncoming Cody Rhodes disaster kick while he's holding this chair, and he's just standing there like a fucking buffoon. This entire segment fucking sucked dick to open SmackDown. At least the post-match attack did, or the post-promo attack. Cody's promo was very pedestrian. It's the same shit every fucking week. Randy Orton, you attacked him last week. Solo, Bloodline. He's my brother, my mentor. Sure he is. Sure he is. They're just planting those seeds because that's the next feud for Cody Rhodes after he gets done with Solo Sikoa at SummerSlam. And that feud needs to absolutely be a fucking banger feud. It needs to be on the most personal fucking level where Cody looks like a badass. I would not even be opposed to Randy Orton winning the fucking title and putting an end to Cody Rhodes' title reign, only for Cody to win it back. I would be okay with that. I hope that's actually the case. Cody's not wrestling Randy Orton in a series of matches and beating Randy Orton every fucking time. Randy's going to win the title, or has got to win the title at least once in that feud. I hope that's the case. I'm sure that will make a lot of people happy. But what is the balance going to be here? Is everybody telegraphing this turn from Randy Orton? Are you getting ready for it? How over is Randy Orton going to be when that RKO hits and comes out of nowhere? Because Cody Rhodes right now is going to be second fiddle when Roman Reigns comes back. Cody Rhodes is the biggest babyface in the company until Roman Reigns comes back, who will now resume being number one. Cody will be number two. Then I'm worried after that happens how Cody Rhodes is going to be portrayed when Randy Orton gets involved and they start feuding for the WWE Championship. Is it going to come off as, oh my God, sympathy for Cody Rhodes? He's going to be even bigger as a babyface. Is everybody going to go against Randy Orton? Or is Randy Orton going to be the fucking cool bad guy? And is everybody going to want to see Randy get one over on Cody? Because I don't think Randy Orton is in a position right now, as far as his presentation to the fans, where people want to boo him. I don't think that's the case. If there's anybody that's going to sway the fans to boo him and fucking just hate his guts, it's Randy Orton. But I think the fans in 2024 are a little too smart, a little too wise for that, man. We don't want to boo Randy Orton. It's going to be a very, very interesting situation, man. I can absolutely see Randy Orton be a solid tweener in this feud with Cody Rhodes, and that's going to have me worried. Because at that point, then we're going to start asking the question, well, maybe we should take the title off of Cody Rhodes and put it on Randy Orton. And a lot of people are going to be feeling that way. I'm telling you right now. I'm telling you right now. This opening segment was, I guess, they addressed the follow-up from last week. Very pedestrian promo by Cody Rhodes. We didn't get any new information here. And then Austin Theory and Grayson Waller, again, followed up from last week. They were attacked by the Bloodline. They feel like they were attacked because Cody Rhodes incited a riot on SmackDown last night with his theatrics against the Bloodline. So they wanted to take him out tonight in the open of the show. I don't care. I don't really care about Grayson Waller and Austin Theory as characters on this show. I don't find them to be interesting. I don't find them to be, oh my God, this is going to be a great match. No. I'm not looking forward to anything that they're a part of. So WWE basically just threw this together. They got nothing else for Cody Rhodes to do. And they figured, let's get him on the show. Let him address Solo. Let's get him involved with these two geeks. Get a main event out of it, and then we'll do the same shit that we did last week, and Cody goes through the table this week instead of Randy Orton. It's basically how it all transpired. Carmelo Hayes, he was getting prepped and ready for TV, getting his hair done. He said they are two hoopers, and he won't be the one who misses when he wrestles Andrade El Idolo. Nick Aldis. Cody asked Nick Aldis backstage he wants a match against Grayson Waller and Austin Theory. 2-on-1. Aldis said, no. Now, I got to be the one to answer to the board of directors when my WWE champion goes into a match 2-on-1 and then gets injured. You're not doing a 2-on-1 handicap match. You're going to go find yourself a partner, and then you're going to have the match that you want with these two guys with a tag team partner of your choice by the end of the night. Basically what that was. Carmelo Hayes, he went one-on-one with Andrade. I was looking forward to seeing what these two guys do together. After the promo last week, it was Andrade sitting down with Byron Saxton, and Byron Saxton asked him how he felt after Money in the Bank. A lot of people claim that Andrade was the MVP of that match, the Money in the Bank ladder match for the men. I don't think so. I think Chad Gable was the MVP, but Andrade had a couple of nice spots. Carmelo had a couple of nice spots. LA Knight had a couple of nice spots. But the fans apparently were saying that Andrade was the MVP of that match. Carmelo Hayes took issue with it because he feels like all the attention should be on him, so he interrupted Andrade's promo, and this set up the match that we got tonight on SmackDown. The action was very fast early on. Two traded a series of takedowns and pin attempts. Both guys cut each other off. Hayes ultimately took control with a backward draping springboard leg drop onto Andrade ahead of a commercial break. Andrade was hanging up in the second rope, and then we go into the commercial break after the leg drop. We come back from the break, and they show a replay of what happened during the commercial. Replay of a Spanish fly as Hayes worked over Andrade's arm. The two ran the ropes. Andrade landed a very nasty-looking clothesline. So he tried to separate from Carmelo, and then they both get to their feet. They trade strikes back and forth until Andrade hits a pair of dragon screw leg whips. Andrade started to get into it because the crowd was into it. He hit a double running knees in the corner, his signature Meteora. Hayes came back with a tilt-a-whirl face buster, which looked great. Carmelo and Andrade now on the top rope. They're battling up on the top rope. Andrade executed his moonsault that he usually misses. He lands on his feet. He does another backwards moonsault. He landed that one for a nice-looking near fall. Always a great-looking move by Andrade. The two trade more strikes. Andrade got his spinning back elbow for another good near fall. Andrade went to the top, and he jumped into Carmelo's first 48. But Andrade kicked out at barely a 2.5. Hayes went to the top, missed nothing but net, which is his leg drop off the top rope, his finish. Andrade found an opening, and he hit his finish, the message, for the 1, 2, 3. Andrade, big time over in Omaha. Who would have thought? Andrade is fun to watch, man. When he's on, he's fun to watch. So is Carmelo. This was a fun match. And I thought this was a very good match for both guys. I thought Carmelo looked great. I thought Andrade looked great. I thought they worked great together. I think that this is the best match that we've seen from Carmelo since he got called up from NXT. I think this was the best match that Andrade's been in outside of the men's Money in the Bank. This was the best singles match he's been in since he got brought back to the WWE. Hopefully this win gives him a little momentum. Hopefully the management in WWE was paying attention that when you let Andrade go out there and do what the fuck he knows how to do, the fans enjoy watching him work. Hopefully this opens some people's eyes there, because he absolutely needs a little momentum. He has not done anything of importance since being brought back to the company. Now, I don't know where they go from here because he doesn't really fit into any plans. Do they feud him with Legato? Seemingly that story was dropped. We haven't heard a fucking thing about that since. I remember Legato was trying to enlist him for the group. Santos sent Angel Garza to go and try and talk to him about coming and joining forces. Seemingly that went nowhere. Or maybe he goes after a United States Championship when LA Knight wins it. Maybe he turns heel. We're a ways off from that, but I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon. What exactly is his role on this show? Where does he fit in here? I was thinking out loud during SmackDown tonight. And being that this was a very good match between these two, fun match between these two, I would not mind if we go back and do what Andrade did with Ray. Didn't Andrade and Ray have like a best of 5 or a best of 7? It's seemingly, before Andrade left the company and went to go join AEW, those matches with Rey Mysterio on SmackDown, man, they were something else. I would not mind if Carmelo and Andrade have like a best of 5 or a best of 7 series with each other, trying to outdo each other, working the fucking crowd together every single week to see who's the best out of the two. I wouldn't mind that at all. I mean, where else does he fit on this show? They've done nothing with him but make him the speed fucking champion. Andrade is worth more than being the speed champion. Maybe a best of 5 or a best of 7 series with Carmelo Hayes. I think that would be great for both guys. But right now, it doesn't look like he fits into anything. Bayley and Nia Jax, they had a double split screen interview with Corey Graves. So Corey Graves and Wade Barrett interviewed Jax and Bayley. Jax cut off Graves, and the first question that he asked, she says it's time to start feeling sorry for Bayley because at SummerSlam, she's going to put her down like an old, sick dog. Bayley said she hasn't changed in the 10 years she's known Nia Jax. Jax said she has changed. Jax told her to call her Queen Nia. Don't disrespect me. Call me Queen Nia. Bayley said she'll address her however she wants to. Bayley brought up Nia Jax hurting her in 2017 and changing the course of her career. She then said that Nia Jax hurt her because she's big, clumsy, and reckless, and not because she's skilled or vicious. Kind of a shoot there, honestly. You know, Nia Jax called out BBL Bayley last week, and this week Bayley turns right around and calls Nia Jax big, clumsy, and reckless. We're going shoot for shoot here. Nia Jax was angry at this point and then said she's coming for the title because she gets to take it off of her. Bayley said she has bad news for her because she changed since 2017 as well. And she's walking in and out of SummerSlam with the WWE Women's Championship. At this point, Nia Jax got frustrated, yanked the microphone off of her shirt, and then she stormed off. I guess this was fine for what it was. They hit on some points in their past. They brought up the injury in 2017, how both ladies are now different compared to being back in 2017. We went tit for tat here. Nia Jax called BBL Bayley last week and called out her ass. And this week, Nia Jax was called big, clumsy, and reckless by Bayley. I mean, I'm still not interested in what's going on here. I'm still really kind of wanting a little bit more substance to the story. But, I mean, this is what happens when they are sitting on two projected winners for the King and Queen of the Ring. There really isn't going to be much story. There isn't. The story is making no sense, really, to me. I'm not getting any excitement out of the story. A little bit more interest in Gunther and Damian Priest compared to Bayley and Nia. But where there is no story in these two championship matches, which were born from the King and Queen of the Ring tournaments, we got that story in CM Punk and Drew McIntyre, and I guess we got that story in Cody Rhodes and Solo Sikoa. Outside that, Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley as well. So, where there is no story in these King and Queen of the Ring winners, there is other stories that are much more important. I just wish that WWE wouldn't be so lazy. Oh, all right. These two won the King and Queen of the Ring. They got their championship matches. We'll just ride that into SummerSlam. I mean, is that all you're going to do? I feel like there's just nothing there. It's also coupled with Bayley and her title run being very less than impressive. I mean, she's got absolutely nothing to show for it in this entire title run. What has she done? Why am I interested? Why are you interested in Bayley? Outside of her being BBL Bayley, what has she done? It's tough to get interested, man. Backstage, Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill walked up to Nick Aldis's office. Chelsea Green and Piper Niven were already in line. They argued over who would talk to Aldis first. Bianca Belair suggested that, you know what? You're really pissing me off right now. You can go talk to Nick Aldis, but why don't you and I meet in the ring? Because you're really pissing me off right now. So a match was made between Bianca and Chelsea because they both wanted to talk to Nick Aldis. Bianca was not going to get in there first before Chelsea, so Bianca got upset, and a match came about because of this backstage interaction. Didn't SmackDown get a new head writer lately? Where is he at? What is he doing? Is he responsible for this fucking mediocre trash that we're getting on Friday nights? Bianca Belair and Chelsea Green. This match went 1 minute. I mean, if you guys are fans of Chelsea Green, man, I don't know how you're happy about what happened here. 1 minute. Green slapped Belair. The bell rang. She slapped Belair. Belair fought back, gave her a German suplex, which looked not good. Nasty. Followed up with a handspring moonsault. Green moved. Green slipped out of a KOD, rolled Belair up from behind, but Belair rolled through that and scored a 3 count on a leverage pin. Chelsea Green loses in 1 minute, and then she got upset at the end of the match because she lost. As Bianca Belair and Jade celebrated in the ring, Alba Fire and Isla Dawn showed up on the big screen, said that they would be at SmackDown next week, and laughed at the notion that Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill want a rematch for their tag team titles. Wow, man, this is over the top, exhilarating television. Does anybody fucking care? Honestly, does anybody care? It is so bizarre that Bianca Belair is not in anything important at SummerSlam. SummerSlam, when I think of Bianca Belair, I usually think that SummerSlam is her show. Honestly. She's been featured at SummerSlam in previous years so heavily, the fact that she's not featured on this year's SummerSlam at all in a major program, it's kind of odd. But maybe that Jade Cargill turn is coming quicker than we realize, because I don't really see them winning the tag team championships back, because what the fuck is it going to do for the titles, and what is it going to do for them? Maybe we end up getting both of them turning, Bianca feuding with Jade, and then we get that. That would be a lot more interesting than them going after the fucking tag team titles and winning the tag team titles. At least then we can dissect Jade and see how fucking bad she is in the ring against Bianca. Nick Aldis, he's backstage. Aldis says they need to get the contract signed for the United States title match at SummerSlam. He introduced LA Knight, who made his way out to the ring. Logan Paul then makes his entrance. He's actually in the building. He's there tonight. Got a loud LA Knight chant breaking out in Omaha. Logan looked at the contract and then asked the fans why'd he give this hillbilly a shot at the United States title. He threw in a few other insults, calling him Larry the Lobster Dude and Sons of Anarchy Extra. He called LA Knight a Sons of Anarchy Extra. LA Knight called him an edgelord. He said, in a way, maybe Logan is right, but he might want to reconsider because every time they've been face to face, LA Knight says, I've owned and cooked you. LA Knight said a year ago he walked down the aisle and presented him a map where he could put each and every bottle of his energy drink. He congratulated Logan for winning the United States Championship. He says he can't take it away from him. Logan held up his belt and smiled when LA Knight said that. He says when he asked for his title shot, Logan said no. He said he showed up at his house and turned his pool into my little toilet, he said. He then goes on to say it got him a Money in the Bank qualifying match where he pinned Logan Paul's shoulders to the mat. Nick Aldis was shaking his head in agreement. He says that didn't give him what he wanted because he wants the belt that's around Logan's shoulder. Logan then interrupted and said, my God, listen to yourself, Sean. That's his real first name. So now we're getting personal. He said Knight needs the match against him, not the other way around. He says his extra existence is defined by what happens in the ring, whereas he, Logan, is building a multi-billion-dollar business, interviewing former presidents, and changing the sports media landscape with his brother. He said LA Knight has a nice catchphrase bodybuilder shtick. He says he doesn't think like him or move like him, though. For someone whose entire existence is defined by what they do in this ring, you have not had a single defining moment in the past 20 years. You are a gym bro with a spray tan and a catchphrase, pretending to be The Rock. LA Knight said, oh my goodness, man, I'm bleeding over here like I never heard that one before. He says he's using old material, low rent, low brow, low T. Low T Logan. Low T Logan P. LA Knight told Logan he's a fraud, parading around pretending to be a champion. He says his brother is willing to jump in the ring with Mike Tyson, but he doesn't seem to have the balls to jump into the ring with him. I guess balls do not run in the Paul family. Logan says if he wants the match, he'll sign his contract and give him a shot at glory. Logan signed the contract and then said Knight will have nothing after SummerSlam. He says he will give him a map where he sticks his dreams of becoming a WWE champion. He mocked his yeah chant. Logan threw the contract folder into Knight's chest. They went face to face. Aldis stepped in between them. Fans started chanting, let them fight. Logan left the ring, but then charged back at LA Knight when he turned his back. LA Knight fought back and almost gave Logan a BFT, and Logan escaped to the ringside area. This was probably one of the best segments of the entire show. Logan Paul is very good at what he does. He's an excellent promo. He gets the right heat. LA Knight is someone that is always entertaining when he's going back and forth with somebody else. Nick Aldis stepped in between these guys so it didn't get out of hand. I thought this was a very good segment and a very effective one for the United States Championship, which is now official for SummerSlam. Now, the going rumor is, or the discussion is, Jason Salamonster and I talked about this on Tuesday Night Titans. Jason believes, and I think he has a good point. Jason believes that Logan Paul losing twice in a row is very unlikely. WWE had Logan Paul pinned in a match with LA Knight, where LA Knight qualified for Money in the Bank. Do you think, he says, they are going to, WWE this is, give Logan Paul a second straight loss to LA Knight at SummerSlam? I mean, you could make a case and make an argument that Logan Paul should really drop the United States Championship, because I think right now we are in desperate need of a full-time champion for the United States title. Now, yes, it is the United States title. It's not like Roman Reigns holding the WWE title where he doesn't defend it, but it's almost the same fucking thing. Logan Paul has been the United States champion since November, and he's defended the championship twice since he's won it. I mean, that is below Roman Reigns' fucking standards. I think it's time for LA Knight to win the championship. But I do see Jason's point. Do we beat Logan Paul twice? Now, I brought it up on Tuesday that Logan Paul and his wife are going to be having a child. I don't know how far along she is. LA Knight may win the championship at SummerSlam because Logan Paul's going to go away and be at home with his wife to take care of their kid, at least for the first couple of weeks, first couple of months. And then he gets back to doing what he's got to do. Is that going to be something that plays into the decision of LA Knight winning the championship at SummerSlam? Why wouldn't he win the championship at SummerSlam? It's either SummerSlam or Bash in Berlin. There's no other pay-per-view in September. Why wouldn't you do it in SummerSlam in the United States? Why would you do it at Bash in Berlin, which is the only other option? I don't get it. I think LA Knight having the championship won at SummerSlam and then starting a new program with somebody else, somebody new, something fresh, that's the way to go. Logan Paul could take the rest of the year off and do what he's got to do at home and then come back for the Royal Rumble and set up for his WrestleMania match. I mean, are we clamoring to see Logan Paul on the show? Are we excited to see Logan Paul on the show? Is he lighting the fucking world on fire on Friday nights? No, he's not. It's great. I'm a fan. But LA Knight needs to win the championship. That's just my opinion. That's the way I see it. It's going to be interesting to see going into SummerSlam. But I thought this was a very good segment. Two great talkers delivered, very effective. We got a video package on Tiffany Stratton. Tiffany said perfection comes easily to her. Match highlights aired. She said, I'm the center of the universe. Everything goes my way. This music video that they played for Tiffany Stratton, this was a video music package. Def Rebel is fucking awful. In every sense of the word, Def Rebel is fucking god-awful. And I can't wait for them to just disappear completely. I don't know how this made Tiffany Stratton look good, sound good, come off as cool. This was so fucking garbage. Santos Escobar. He was with Elektra Lopez, walked up to LA Knight backstage. He says he must be sitting on top of the world after pinning Logan Paul at Madison Square Garden. Knight asked what he wanted. Escobar says he was in that match. He wasn't pinned. He said he'd beat LA Knight one-on-one. He told him he has free time, so if he wants to get in touch with him, your mom has my number. Escobar says he wants to squander his opportunity at the United States title by wrestling him so close to SummerSlam, he'll happily oblige. Santos Escobar is not beating LA Knight on the road to SummerSlam. This match is taking place next week, which is a taped episode of SmackDown. I believe they are already in the process of taping next week's show. Why are they taping next week's show? WWE will be touring Japan next Friday, and most of the crew will be over there on Friday night. Great. I won't be watching SmackDown next week. I'll be on commentary with Salamonster at House of Glory in Queens, calling Swerve Strickland versus the Amazing Red in the main event of House of Glory. Sorry, guys. Maybe I'll get something else up for you to compensate for the lack of SmackDown. Tiffany Stratton. She went one-on-one with Mia Yim. Ladies match here. We got a lot of ladies segments on Friday night, man. Someone mentioned that in one of the super chats. I believe. A lot of ladies segments on this show. Is WWE trying to overcompensate for the lack of tag team division and lack of depth that they have on SmackDown? Not like the ladies are fucking lighting the world on fire either. So we got Tiffany Stratton versus Mia Yim here. Michin had control, landed a cannonball for a 1 count early. Stratton rolled to the outside, and Mia Yim ran after Tiffany until Mia Yim ran into Nia Jax, who was in Tiffany Stratton's corner with this bizarre partnership or friendship that they got going on. Stratton took advantage of this and hit her cartwheel into the Alabama Slam on the outside. That was enough to go to commercial break. We come back from break. Stratton had control inside. Stratton hit a double knee for a near fall. Stratton followed that up with a back elbow and a power bomb. Stratton applied, or tried to, I should say, another Alabama Slam attempt. But Michin fought out of it and hit a back elbow. Michin fired up and landed a series of kicks, ending with a neck breaker. Michin then hit a tornado DDT and goes for a cover and gets a 2 count. Stratton came back with a running kick to Michin's chest, goes for a cover. She gets a 2 count out of that. Stratton put Michin on the top turnbuckle, but Mia Yim countered with a shotgun drop kick off the top. Stratton rolled to the outside. Mia Yim ran the ropes until she was cut off by Nia Jax. Nia Jax tripped her up. Stratton took advantage of this with a rolling senton. Bayley all of a sudden jumps out of the timekeeper's area, and she threw Nia Jax into the timekeeper's pit. Bayley then hit Nia Jax with Tiffany Stratton's Money in the Bank briefcase. Bayley then started to break the briefcase open and beat the hell out of the briefcase for whatever reason. I guess she thought that if she destroys the briefcase, that she has nothing to cash in with. We finally saw a glimpse as to what's in the Money in the Bank briefcase. I always wondered what was in the Money in the Bank briefcase. There was a folder with a contract and a pen in it. It's nice to see what was actually in that thing, but she destroyed it thinking that if she does, she's got nothing to cash in on. So the result of all this was Tiffany Stratton staring at Bayley, destroyed the briefcase like a fucking idiot, and Mia Yim rolled up Tiffany Stratton from behind, 1, 2, 3. After the match, Bayley rolled the beat-up briefcase back into the ring, and Bayley and Michin celebrated on the outside. I mean, the only question I have here is, what does this do for Mia Yim? Does this win over Tiffany Stratton project Mia Yim into some new stratosphere where she's going to be taken seriously now because she beat Tiffany Stratton, who just won the women's Money in the Bank? Does she benefit from anything? She just seems like she's there or happy to be there. Very Vince-like booking, folks. Tiffany Stratton, Miss Money in the Bank, suffers a loss because she is Miss Money in the Bank. That was a Vince thing. Oh, they can take a loss or fucking 7. They got the contract for the #1 contendership for the world title. They could take a loss. I don't know why anybody that's holding the briefcase is losing. More times than not, you give that person the briefcase because you think that they are the next champion. Why would you want your champion to lose going into possibly winning the championship? You want them to remain looking strong going into cashing in and then winning the title. You don't want your champion to cash in after losing several matches and then come off looking fluky. Who's booking this show? Is Bruce booking this show? Let me find out Bruce is booking this fucking show. Maybe Triple H don't even work Fridays. I still think that we're going to see a major twist here in this Jax and Tiffany Stratton partnership. I think Tiffany Stratton is going to cash in at SummerSlam. I think she will walk out the new women's champion. Just my prediction. And yes, I did think that as well. With the new briefcase coming, potentially, Bayley destroyed the old one. Tiffany's going to get one that's bedazzled and pink and furry. We'll probably end up getting that next week. The Bloodline. They were shown in a dark room with Solo sitting at the head of the table. I actually do very much enjoy these promos. I think these are great. I think the ambiance and the atmosphere and the look of these are fantastic. Solo said life is so good when you are the tribal chief. It should be. You're running around doing what the fuck you want without Roman Reigns there. Of course it's good. Standing there, or he's sitting there rather, with Tangaloa, Tamatonga, and Jacob Fatu all standing behind him. Tamatonga's got glasses on, he's got this emotionless face. Jacob Fatu is standing behind Solo praying. He's got the prayers up. And Tamatonga, or Tangaloa rather, is standing there looking all menacing looking. He is infamous. Tangaloa. So, he says he's never had a moment to himself. He says he likes a good mystery. And what he cares about isn't Cody's mystery partner, but rather who is going to step up and disrespect the tribal chief. He bragged about what they did to Randy Orton last week. He says if you're on Cody's side, you're against the Bloodline and my family. He said tonight, better be a handicap match or someone is going to pay a price because I am the tribal chief and you will acknowledge me. Jacob Fatu put the ulafala around his neck, and this was a very good promo. Corey Graves and Wade Barrett go over next week's SmackDown, which, by the way, like I said, is taped. It's a taped show, so you know how awful those taped shows feel. Santos Escobar versus Logan Paul, Tiffany Stratton and Nia Jax versus Michin and Bayley, and a tag team gauntlet match to earn a victory, or earn a shot, rather, at the tag team titles. When, where, I don't know. Maybe SummerSlam. Carl Anderson, Luke Gallows, pretty dead. Pretty deadly. Drew a blank for a second, man. Pretty deadly. Austin Theory and Grayson Waller, the Bloodline, Baron Corbin and Apollo Crews, and the Street Profits. Boy, oh boy, does the SmackDown Tag Team division look fucking terrible. I don't know when this match is going to be. Whoever wins this match will become the number one contenders. Maybe we get it next week. Typically, WWE loves to put the tag team title match on the Friday before SummerSlam. Cody walked up to his partner, which was revealed right away. We didn't even have to wait for an entrance. Kevin Owens. He asked Kevin Owens, ready? Let's get out there. Camera followed KO from behind as he walked through the gorilla position backstage area and out to the stage. Cody then made his entrance, and we get the main event. Cody Rhodes and Kevin Owens versus Austin Theory and Grayson Waller. Bell rang 41 minutes into the 9 o'clock hour. So we had a lot of time for this main event. Not like it was unpredictable or anything. We knew who was going to win this match. Different week, same old fucking shit, as always, when it comes to Cody Rhodes and friends and Bloodline and being put through a table. The action spilled to the outside early, and Austin Theory grabbed Owens by the beard. Waller held Cody, and Theory was punching away at Cody. Waller was legal man, and Waller worked over Cody until Cody fired up and got the first hot tag to Kevin Owens. Owens came in and stomped the mud hole in Grayson Waller, Steve Austin style. Everyone went back outside in the ring, and Owens landed clotheslines on Waller and Austin Theory. Back inside, Owens hit a cannonball on Waller. Owens then went to the top for a swanton. Waller got the knees up, tagged in Theory, who hit a rolling drop kick on Kevin Owens. Waller tagged back in, landed an elbow on Owens. He goes for recovery, gets a 2 count. The show then went to its commercial break. Final commercial break. Show came back. Waller and Owens battled on the top rope until Owens hit Waller off the top and followed that with a swanton. Cody then gets a hot tag and started beating the hell out of Austin Theory. Waller blind tagged in. Cody hit a DDT on Theory. Waller ran in, landed a rolling face buster for a 2 count. Theory tagged in, and Waller nearly hit Theory, but Owens landed a stunner on Grayson Waller, and Cody hit Crossroads on Theory for the 1, 2, 3. That was it. Cody and KO celebrated. Bloodline's music hits, and out comes the Bloodline. And this is where another Cody and Friends massacre takes place. So, Bloodline walked to the ring. They got to ringside. Cody leapt through the ropes and dove and tackled some of the Bloodline. KO then raked Tango Loa's eyes. Cody threw Solo into the ringside announce desk. Owens started to clear the announce desk. They set up for a double chokeslam, but Jacob Fatu ran wild all over the baby faces again. Fatu hit several hip attacks on KO and absolutely decimated him in the ring as Solo and Tama Tonga forced Cody to watch from ringside, just like they did last week when they hurt Randy. Fatu landed a flying headbutt on KO. They then gave Cody a triple powerbomb through the announce desk. The desk collapsed. Cody went through it. Fans booed. Fatu put a chair over KO's head and threw him into the ring post. And then that's the way the show went off the air. Bloodline absolutely decimated Cody and Friend here in KO. And SmackDown went off with a very similar feel as it did last week. Only this week, insert Randy Orton or out of the Bloodline picture. Insert Kevin Owens. And now he's joining Randy Orton wherever Randy Orton is right now. Cody's got nobody. Cody's losing friends one by one here. I understand 100% that WWE needs to make Solo and the Bloodline look as dominant as possible. I understand 100% that they need to make the Bloodline look believable against Cody Rhodes and at least give Solo a chance, a fighting chance, to look somewhat believable to win the WWE title. But no matter what they do, it is not going to work. Solo, he's looked great in the last couple of weeks. The promos, the backstage promos have looked great. They sound great. They feel great. Jacob Fatu looks absolutely fucking incredible. The other two guys, I mean, they're just background players. The Bloodline as a group, led by Solo, I like it. I do. I love the renegade, fucking chaotic feel that they bring wherever they are. I love it. I always like that type of vibe. But if you want me to be brutally honest with you, does this feel like a SummerSlam main event? No. No, it does not. I don't know where we go from here. I really don't. Does Cody win clean at SummerSlam? Does he beat Solo Sikoa clean and just kind of end this? And then we get Roman coming out, teaching Solo a lesson? Is Roman backed by Jimmy? Is he backed by Jay? Are we going to get a Bloodline Civil War at least starting at SummerSlam after Cody beats Solo Sikoa? How are they going to book this is very important. Or is Cody going to be beaten up in typical babyface fashion, giving as much heat to Solo Sikoa, only to then be saved by Roman Reigns, who helps Cody win and retain the championship? That's what I'm afraid of. We don't need that. We don't. We don't need anybody helping Cody. Cody needs to win clean. He's got no fucking friends. Who's going to help him? Roman doesn't need to help Cody. Cody can handle his own business. This is what he wanted. He wanted to be the champion. This is his fight. He needs to win this fight by himself, and he needs to win clean. Crossroads at SummerSlam, and then Roman shows up and teaches Solo a lesson. That's the way we need to go. I just don't feel like, no matter what they do, it does not feel like a WWE Championship match, because nobody is going to put their faith and hope and belief in Solo Sikoa. They're not. No matter how dominant the group looks, no matter how much of a fucking savage Jacob Fatu looks like, Fatu looks more like a worthy challenger than Solo Sikoa. Fatu looks like a believable opponent where I would say, man, Cody's in trouble. Solo, not so much. And that's not even his fault. It's not. It's the same thing every fucking week. It's the same story every week. We are just biding our time to get to SummerSlam and get Roman back. Theory and Waller, I don't know where they're going. Are we leaning towards a breakup? They're in a tag team title opportunity gauntlet match or whatever fucking match next week. Number one contenders match. Let's break them up. I just want something different. After SummerSlam, I just want something different. I want something new. The show needs a facelift after SummerSlam. I'm hoping that we get it. Cody and Randy, Roman being back, battling solo on the Bloodline. Who's going to join Roman? Paul Heyman will be back. SmackDown desperately needs a shot of life. We might have to wait till SummerSlam and after SummerSlam to get that. Because right now, WWE is just, they're looking to keep those wheels going into SummerSlam because they got already everything laid out. I don't know. Just a boring show, man. It's just nothing. There's nothing exciting about this show, and it shows in the audience that me and everybody else get on Friday night. Nobody fucking cares. Nobody. SmackDown is the most unimportant show of your pro wrestling week. Let's get into your super chats. Thank you guys very much for all of your support. Really appreciate you hanging out with me on a dismal Friday night. Another dismal Friday night. Follow me on social media at JD from NY206, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and Cameo. Hit that subscribe button down below. Turn on the bell for notifications. Make sure you guys go check out all the other content on the channel. Plenty of it. New shirt. Go and get yours today, man. Bonfire.com, the exclusive home of the Off the Script storefront. Now for sale. What the fuck are you guys drinking, man? Brand new design, and this is print to ship. No more waiting for a campaign to end, man. No more 14 to 21 day campaign. You order, you buy, and it's shipped immediately to you, man. No more waiting weeks to get your shirt. So go and get yours today, man. I would really appreciate it if you support the show via a shirt or something like a super chat. Support the show, man. Thank you guys for all the support, regardless of what it is. Appreciate you guys very much. Hit that subscribe button down below. Turn on the bell for all notifications. And make sure you guys, like I said, hit that thumbs up. Let's try for 750 likes on tonight's SmackDown post right here on OTS. Who do we got first here, man? User279 with a new membership. User, what the fuck are you drinking, brother? Captain Solo with a $5 super chat. Bring back, back to boring Raws and SmackDowns. Raw is not boring. Raw is so much better than SmackDown. This has got to change ASAP. Tired of this Bloodline garbage. Same old crap. I only care about Punk and Drew. Michelle with a $5 super chat. Good to see KO back. And if Cody will look second rate with Roman returning, why not move him back to Raw? SmackDown tonight felt meh. Thumbs in the middle. Gold Standard with a $5 super chat. Even with MJF and Ospreay, AEW can't get 800K viewers. Maybe if there were some stories, AEW one day could try to compete with WWE. Gold Standard, there are stories. There are stories going into All In. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. And MJF and Will Ospreay averaged at least 850,000 viewers. The show's ratings only went up as the match went on. What brought the show down was the rest of the show. And that lackluster main event between Swerve Strickland and Kazuchika Okada. But MJF and Will Ospreay were trending in the 830 to 840 range for the entire match. Captain Solo with a $5 super chat. Are we sure Vince isn't booking SmackDown from the deep within the weeds? OTS for life. Banger show as always with Solid Monster on Tuesday. Thank you, brother. Tone C with a 1738 super chat. He says, Cognac double. Neat. Enjoy that cognac, brother. Triple M. $5 super chat. Got Kratos and Kaiba through the raid. Kratos gets the exotic. Some bullshit. Gotta wait another week till I get raid loot again. Hope your RNG has been good, though. I don't really even know what to do, brother. I mean, what am I supposed to do? I've been grinding fucking Grandmaster Nightfalls for the grenade launcher. I don't even know what the fuck I'm looking for, man. What do I do? Captain Solo with a $5 super chat. Oh, how far SmackDown has fallen when JD says TNA has been better. Laughing my ass off. Hell has frozen over. Got to give Impact their flowers, man. They've been generating some buzz. I don't know how much of that is WWE, but they got Joe Hendry over there. Moose is doing his thing. Jordan Grace. Joe Hendry. Mike 43 with a $5 super chat. I can't believe SmackDown has been boring the past few weeks. JD spitting facts. Also, how lame MLB All-Star Weekend got. I didn't watch a single fucking lick of the MLB All-Star Weekend, man. I used to watch it when I was little. Used to be excited for it. Don't give a fuck about it. I tuned in to watch Ozuna hit a couple home runs, and that was it. Chris Leon with a 25 months in the venue. Thank you, brother. SmackDown is very repetitive lately. Same old endings. Yes. MGM Bowling with a $4.99. Crazy out 3 hours of Monday are miles better than 2 hours on Friday. Glad I can't watch this trash because I can just listen to you when I get home. Bowling, listen, like I said, if you want to go to WWE's YouTube channel, they will have a full, almost review of SmackDown. They'll post everything that you need to watch. The most important clips from SmackDown in a 20-minute video. Lauren with $6 in super chat. Are they taping SmackDown for next week tonight? Yes, they are. They will be in Japan on tour next Friday, so they will not be live for SmackDown next week. SmackDown, as far as I know, will be taped tonight. I didn't enjoy SmackDown tonight. Same ending, and Roman or Jimmy returning at SummerSlam. Both are returning. Ali with a $4.99. JD, if I may ask you, when growing up, did you ever eat those little Debbie snacks? If so, what was your favorite? I did. I was a what was I? The ding dongs or the rolls, the little chocolate rolls with the cream inside. Yeah, those were my favorite. Put them in the refrigerator, nice and chilled. Tommy T, 21924 with a $5 super chat. What do you think Solo's consequences will be if he loses? I remember him stressing that before. His consequences are Roman Reigns. Aquarius Know-It-All with a $1.99. Realistically, who's taking the title off of Cody? Randy. And then it'll go back to Cody. And then Cody can defend against The Rock at WrestleMania. Yeah, the Swiss roll. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, the Swiss roll. The Little Debbie Swiss rolls. I was also an Entenmann's crumb cake guy. Love me a nice crumb cake. Justin Toner with a $10 super chat. I liked some of the show tonight, but compared to Raw and NXT, SmackDown was the weakest show of the week. Thank you for your honesty and keep up the good work, JD. Yeah, I appreciate that comment, Justin. I just wish more people were interested in what the fuck was going on here. Honestly. SmackDown has been the weakest show all week. It's been like that for a couple weeks now. Aquarius Know It All with a $4.99. Maybe to keep Solo strong, the SummerSlam match with Cody ends in a DQ. Then Roman pops up after the Bloodline beats down Cody. Now, Solo's mission is to take the WWE title. It's not going to end the match in a DQ. Solo needs to lose clean. Mr. Team Bring It with a $1.99. Which is the greatest SummerSlam ever? 2002 is the greatest SummerSlam ever. My heart also goes out to 1997, man. It's 2002 and 1997 is the greatest SummerSlams of all time. Ding dong, hello. Yes. Yes, Hikuleo is signed, and the Motor City Machine Guns reportedly are rumored to be signed as well. That's what I'm excited for. Sabin and Shelley and WWE, man, I can't wait to see if that's actually legit, man. They are going to be very interesting. Will I be covering TNA tomorrow night? No, I will not be. I will not be covering TNA at all. Fightful Select has reported that Motor City Machine Guns have signed. Is that legit? I guess we have some extra tomorrow, huh? Anyway, guys, I'm getting out of here. I'm going to hop on some Destiny and chill out for the rest of the night. Thank you guys very much for all your support. These lackluster Fridays, man, they don't get me excited. I'm not excited to stream. I'm not excited to sit here, man. The shows are just fucking weak and nobody gives a shit about it, man. But it's the state of WWE right now on Friday night. I can't do nothing about it. Follow me on social media, guys, at JD from NY206. Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and Cameo. Hit that subscribe button down below. Turn on the bell for notifications. Please hit that thumbs up. We really appreciate it if you do. It helps me out tremendously. Go check out all the other content on the channel. Monday Night Raw, Tuesday Night Titans with Solid Monster on Tuesday, and Wednesdays, AEW Post, where I go into everything that was MJF and Will Ospreay. 60-minute classic between those two. And I'll probably be back with some sort of news tomorrow for you guys, as always, right here on OTS. Thank you for the Super Chat love. And hit that subscribe button down below. Turn on the bell for notifications, and I'll see you right back here with more wrestling news right here on OTS, guys. I'll see you later.